Artis is down and holding his knee.
Besides my hand getting broke, I never had a really serious injury. You know, I mean, I couldn't take off my cast or the little leg thing and go out there and run. Because, you know, I'm sitting there like, man, why couldn't I break my hand again? I rather break my hand and hurt my leg, you know. He's like, I can play left-handed. You know, that's how I'm thinking. But, you know, when you have that leg, you're just sitting there just feeling sorry for yourself. And that was the reason I didn't talk to the media, because it's like I mean, what am I going to say? You know, in my mind, I was like, man, I feel like a loser right now. You know, you're sitting there watching NBA games and you're just sitting there, you're just down, like your team's losing, you're sitting there yelling at the TV, and it's like, man, I didn't want to be around my teammates because I didn't want to bring my negative energy towards them.
Is that the cut? What did they cut?
No, I had this from when I was little. The cut is like right here. It was just really little cuts, like right there. I was doubting myself early. You know, when you're sitting there hurting, you can't move, and you just start looking down at your knee, and you're walking and trying to run, and you're limping, and you're like I mean, this is how it's gonna be. And then you start thinking about injuries, like, oh, I mean, Kobe was limping, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna wait till December before I can kick it into gear, and then you know, so I just start pushing myself harder and harder and harder and harder. I'm just basically just trying to get in shape now, and just try to keep the confidence in it, because that's all it is now. Now it's mental, you know. So when I'm playing, when I'm playing against him, I just have him just grab me, and then just use the little whatever it is, just push me off balance, you know, just so I'm used to, you know, game-like experiences. You know, when I got hurt, you know, all you can do is just reflect on, you know, what you did and what you want to do. You know, so while I'm sitting there, you know, watching games, you know, and looking back on other people's careers and looking how I looked at my first 7 years, it's like, man, I need to, you know, you need to cherish it more, because in any swift moment, it can be all taken away from you. You know, you can see with, you know, players getting in trouble from injuries too, that, you know, this is not guaranteed forever. You know, so you do need to really enjoy, put your time in until you can't anymore. We used to work at Dunbar last year, and we started going this year, then they closed it for repair. Then we went to Howard, then they said they were working on the field. So he said, no, there's a field over here. So we came, the gate was unlocked, so we just started coming here. You know, if the gate was locked, it would have been another place. Running in this is just like walking. I can tell you that. It forces you to use it. I mean, I can't actually limp, and I can't favor it when I'm trying to, you know, run with the parachute on. Or same thing when I'm trying to run full speed, when he's pulling me, you can't limp on it because you're actually going too fast. So it makes you actually use your footsteps. When we started, I'm like, oh man, this is easy. Man, I might as well just take this off. And then we came back and the wind just took me, like, oh, I wasn't expecting this. And then eventually I got used to it, just try to take off and then wait for the jolt. When I first started running, like I was favoring it and running with a lip. So I used to, like, to me, you know, I won't notice the difference because I feel I'm running. Then I had, you know, Donnell and Juice get behind me and say, watch how I run. And they say, when you first take off, you're limping, and then once you start running, you were fine. And then when you were declining, you started limping again. So I had to start working on taking off. That's where the parachute's coming in there. Before we started the parachutes, Karan came out, Deshaun, and Donnell. And that's when we were doing, we do 4 100s, 4 200s, 3 300s, 2 400s. And that was our workout. You know, I got to prove myself, you know, coming back from this injury, I got to prove myself that I'm an MVP candidate in this league, and I'm one of the best point guards in this league. You know, so, you know, I'm going to come out with that same passion, that same fire that I always come out with every year.